Okay, here's the AMD 388 in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Resynced, which is very hard to say. We're going to test it out. Game just came out today, literally today. We're going to see how it performs. This is a Asus laptop. It's going to give us a good idea of how this chip performs not only in laptops like this Asus laptop, but also handhelds. There's a lot of handhelds coming out with the AMD 388. In fact, I bought one, the One X Player X2. Let's try turning it down to like handheld for now. So we're going to go handheld medium, see how that runs. I expect this game to do very well. I tested this on the Legion Go S Z1E. That was also on SteamOS though. This might be a case where, I mean, this game has Denuvo anti-tamper DRM, and it's just a terrible DRM. This should be doing better, to be honest. In my opinion, it should be doing better. I mean, it's not bad. It's still extremely playable, but it should be doing better than this. Let's go all the way up to 55 watts. Yeah, I mean, it is ahead of Intel for sure, but I think that it should be a little faster. Could be the DRM type stuff. Once again, I tell you, you should probably install SteamOS on your devices, especially if they're AMD. You have no excuse to not do it if it's AMD, because it has full support. Intel, to be honest, is pretty good now too. NVIDIA, I mean, yeah, unfortunately you can't really. But for AMD stuff, just install SteamOS. Because, I mean, we're just sitting around 60 here at 55 watts. That's not very good. It is native, but yeah. Now, when you use SteamOS, yeah, you'll still have to deal with things like DRM and that, but they operate totally differently. And in my experience, every game with bad DRM, like really bad DRM like this with Denuvo, they run way better on SteamOS. Like, it's not even comparable. So go AMD FSR. I don't know if this game has FSR 4. I don't actually know. The chip does. So let's go balanced FSR. Same settings. No frame gen or anything like that. Yeah, that's a big jump now. So there you go. And if you don't want to use FSR, you can use XeSS. So with FSR, it's running way better. Native was okay. I mean, you're getting 60, so it's definitely very playable, especially on a handheld. Imagine that. But you know, adding a little bit of scaling, and according to the internet, this game has FSR 4. It doesn't say when I load the game, so I can't say for sure, but it says that it says FSR 4, and FSR 4 will look better than XeSS. Let's do a little scan here. Sorry, FSR 4 will look better than FSR 3. Should look similar to XeSS. There's a little bit of shimmer up in those branches there, but it's not bad. Back there, static no, but moving there's a little bit. I mean, you're not often playing like this. You're going to be panning the camera around. But let's try something over here. We'll come back and we'll go XeSS. Yeah, I don't know. XeSS looks better. Straight up. There's way less shimmer in these things. It's not running as well, but it looks better. But I'm going to say XeSS just looks better. So, your choice. You don't have to use it. You're getting 60 without scaling. So, it's your pick, right? But I'm noticing no shimmer and stuff in the trees there. Okay, so the reason I threw this on is I actually want to now try some scaling, some wattage scaling. So, a little bit of scaling in terms of the resolution, giving us a nice high FPS here. And what I want to do now is I want to try some lower settings here. So, we're at that there. Let's bring this over here. 70 FPS in this scene here. Let's actually take a step forward so we're not looking through a plant. Okay, there we go. Okay, so 70 FPS, or 80 FPS in the game. 90 FPS in the game. Okay, 90. Come over here. Let's drop down to, go from 55 down to 45. No performance difference, as expected. There is some scaling when you increase the watts, but I've been noticing 45 is like kind of a sweet spot. 35 will be a performance drop, but it should still run well. Yeah, see? We did lose about 10 FPS. However, we're way down. We're down 20 watts from peak. And we're still getting 78 FPS. And again, there's no frame gen here. This is just a little bit of scaling. Okay, come down again. We can turn off scaling too after. So 35, balance, 25. And as expected, 25 is where you see your first big drop, like truly big drop. 35 runs generally quite well. 25 is where you start to see a big drop, in my opinion. Not my opinion. I've already tested it. In my testing, that would not be an opinion. Now 20 is going to be a big, like a real big drop. I'm guessing more like 30, 35. See? Yeah. A little higher than I thought, but so 20 watts. Still very playable, right? If you have this on a handheld, you got yourself the new X2 Mini Pro Mini, whatever. You're traveling, throw it on 20 watts with some scaling and you're good to go. Now if we turn off scaling, which I'm going to do, it should be a fairly considerable drop, but I do expect it will still be quite playable even without scaling, is my assumption. What am I doing here? Native. I still expect it to be around 30 or so, maybe a little higher, but that's a little low, a little below 30. Native though, and this is handheld medium. It's not great, but again, low watts. Now the Intel one, the performance was not great overall. It was okay, playable and okay, but there's definitely some driver work to go there. However, the one thing with the Intel chip that I've already tested, the G3E, is when you decrease the watts to 20 and 25, it was significantly less of a performance hit. And that makes sense. We already know that. The Intel chip is much more efficient at low watts. To 25 though, and all of a sudden we're up in the playable range. So, like you will get, you're not going to get the longest battery with this, but you'll still get a couple hours easily gameplay. Let's throw it up to now 30 or 35. Even 30 should be a pretty big jump here, I'm guessing. Yeah, now we're up to getting close to 40, which is where I want to be. Typically when I play games, I want to be at 45 or above, obviously, but 45 is usually good for me. Let's go to 35, and this should get us up to where I want to be. Yep, 45. So you really, I mean, it's your choice. It is running well, but you are going to, right now, depend on, you're going to need a decent amount of watts. Still very playable though. So, and that checks out. I mean, 25 is where, what I'd consider low watt playable. High watts, obviously, it's going to run better. Let's go all the way back up to 55 and run around. Again, this is native. There's no scaling, right? We'll play with no scaling for a moment and then we'll wrap it up. Your choice if you want scaling. I mean, it's running at 60 without it, so you don't need it. Apparently the game does have FSR4. FSR4 does look good, so you can absolutely throw some on, even just like a little bit and see how it goes, but it's your choice, right? I'm not going to tell you how to set up your settings. I mean, it's running very well without scaling, so I can see the justification for just not using it. If you do have an Intel handheld, just repeat that again. It is running a little under what you'd expect. Or if you have an NVIDIA desktop, both of them. Both of them are having not as high performance as you'd want. Not bad. They're not running bad, but they're just not running as well as they should. So just expect, if you have Intel desktop or handheld or NVIDIA desktop, probably they run fine. The game is very playable, but probably in a week or two you'll get better performance as drivers progress in that. So yeah, there you go. Did not mean to do that, but okay. I'm getting the hang of the controls. I've not played an Assassin's Creed game in a very long time. I'll put it that way. You can't swim, bud? I watched you swim in the beginning. I know you can swim. Oh, you gotta press the button. There you go. Cool. I was gonna say. I know he's a swimming guy. Yep, so very good. Runs well.